Folks, welcome to today's edition. I'm here with the man Millball Kula from Liberia. Welcome to SKTV. Today is Sunday, the 26th of November. Um, we want to wish you well. Welcome, and welcome to today's edition of SKTV. Welcome to the show. We have a lot to cover today. As you can see, the topic or the discussion point here today, should Liberia manage their expectations from the incoming
Steve,
administration?
Steve, 1 minute. I think you got to do some adjustment. There's a lot of feedback on your back.
Well, everything here is set from my end. I'm not sure what's going on
Oh,
with you.
no, I think your side is terrible. Either you look at the earpod, maybe something's happening. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
everything. Yeah,
Check the
everything.
sound system because it's coming in terrible.
Yeah, everything looks good. I disconnected it. So
So
check
either
it.
you go up and region. I think that'll be better. But actually, you're terrible.
Uh, I don't know. Seku should be joining us here soon. Give me 1 second.
Super FM 96.1. And this is the heart and soul of Liberia, and this is the program, the SKTV right here. So just break, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, but we should be set. I think we should be good. It's for your end, Milborn. Yeah, it's probably from Milborn and Milborn will be back. Folks, welcome to today's edition. Will be joining us. The folks from Liberia will be joining us momentarily. Milborn had to go out and come back in to reset as I did. But let's share the show. Let's share the show. A lot to talk about, a lot to discuss, a lot to uncover, a lot to unpack. Uh, a lot to unpack, folks. Let's share the show. Help us to share the show, please. We have a lot to talk about, like I said earlier. As you can see, the topic or the conversation for today. The Liberian people can say it will not be easy. We'll open a line to Liberia. We'll try to open them early today to see if we can get the people from Liberia to partake. Very, very interesting conversation. We have a lot to unpack, a lot to uncover. Let's share the show, please. Uh, ooh, the Liberian people can say it's not easy. You're welcome. You're welcome to today's edition. Let me welcome our people then first. Yeah. Let me welcome our people then first. Today, you know, easy. Let's share the show, folks. Let's share the show. Let's share the show, please. Let's share the show. Today's show with today's show will be very, 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 very interesting. I'm already aware. I already know, and I'm ready for the show. So let's share the show, please. Welcome to you. Welcome to your friends. Welcome to everyone. Should Liberians manage their expectations from the incoming administration? Let's share the show, folks. We have a lot to uncover. Let's share the show, please. Today I wear my hat. I had in my face. We got a discussion today, Umba. Mm-mm. Should Liberians manage their expectations? Uh, let's try to reconnect with the guys from back home here. Please let's share the show. Um, let's share the show if we can. we're begging you, help us share the show, please. Help us in order. We're bringing other news here. This in a moment. We'll be getting back with you. Let's share the show. We really want to know what's going on. Let's share the show, please. Let's share the show. Uh, hmm, Interesting. Very, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But let's share the show in the meantime. As you come on, share the show, invite someone, let us know where you're following us from. Uh, I don't know, I have some restrictions here. I got to get Osiku and the team. Yeah, let's share the show, folks. I think Melbourne's back. Uh, let's. What's up, Sunshine?
You.
Yeah, I think Melbourne.
Yeah, so I think we are back. Yeah, there were some technical glitches. Yeah, Steve, there was some technical glitches, and the glitches. Steve, are you there? Steve? Oh.
Yes, we can hear you, Melbourne. We can hear you. I hope you're hearing us.
Yes, I'm getting you, but like we say, experiencing the same technical glitches. So let me just take this break. I'll be right back.
Yes, that will take you. When you're ready, just signal us in a chat room there, and we'll bring you back on, folks. Let's share the show. I'm very sorry. I'm trying to do a couple of things here at once, so it seems as though I'm I don't know, multitasking, whatever or not. Let's share the show. Um, Somebody talking about fixed homes. Please don't post that here again. If that is posted here, you will be black. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't post that here again. Fixing home, whatever it is. Please, we don't want any kind of distraction here, please. Let's share the show, folks. I need to do something here myself. I'm not feeling the feedback that I'm getting here, and it's getting a little annoying. Give me a second, folks. Let me take you quickly on a musical break here. I need to connect with. Let me try to connect with Siku real quick. I need to figure something out. Give me 1 second. Let's get to a quick musical break here. Let's get to a quick musical break here. We'll be right back.
Learn.
Yeah, it's
Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. If you not want betrayal, find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. find a friend like me. If you not want betray, find a friend like me.
Bombe oh, find a friend like me. Bombe Jenny oh, find a friend like me. Find a friend like me. Find a friend like me.
Hey, see bestie, the bestie not sweet like my bestie. The bestie la bestie. Find a friend like me.
I say, see bestie wanting to wealthy. Find a friend like me. I hear them say they want me go. I say
Some of them say they want me go.
I say
Some French la oh. Some French la oh. Some French la oh. French la oh. Hey, see bestie, the bestie not sweet like my bestie. The bestie la bestie. Find a friend like me.
I say, see bestie wanting to wealthy. Find a friend like me. They won't step on my blessing, but God get it breaking, yeah. They won't call it my blessing, but God get it breaking, yeah.
French, see French, can't see Papa T French, and I want no back for French. Wango for bestie, wango for daddy,
I hear them say they want me go. I say I hear them say they want me go.
All right, folks, sorry about that. I'm very sorry. Let's bring you other news really quick here this afternoon. We want to welcome each and every one of you as we await a team from Liberia. They are getting ready to come on. Today, we have a lot of things to focus on. We have different talking points, different things to focus on. Today, we'll be talking about what the Unity Party promised as opposed to what they're calling off for now. We'll brief you on it in other news. Let's look a logo. Logo, you good? Logo, you good? Logo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Logo?
Yeah, I'm getting you. But
Is it much better?
yeah, I think it's much better now from our end here. Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, let's greet our people back home really quick, and then we'll try to get into the conversation here this afternoon. We'll hear from you. Let's greet our people really quick. Good afternoon, good evening to those of you listening to us on the radio in Liberia. We want to say welcome to each and every one of you. Welcome to SKTV. Today is another edition. We will be talking, or we have asked the question, should the Liberian people manage their expectation of the incoming administration? We want to know what the Liberian people will say. And we'll also let you know what the Unity Party promised, because we have it here documented. The one I know they say. We have it right here. Today is November the 26th, 2023. The timestamp here is 11:26 a.m. in Phoenix, Arizona. It looks really good outside. The weather feels good here. At this stage, at this time of the year, we are the best state around the country because there is no snow, no cold, we just chilling. Yeah, and when I say chilling, I say bigly, big chilling. So that's where we are. It may even move from your snow state and move here, but don't move here with your drama at all. Don't move here with your noise. But anyway, no point. Let's greet our people as always. The Liberian people are the most important people on earth. But most importantly, the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. Let's hear from Melbourne from Liberia really quick about what's going on, what's the latest, and we'll give you other news here really quick and get into the program or the conversation for today. Melbourne, it is up to you. What's going on?
Thank you, Steve. Thank you so much. I don't even know whether you even find a way to go to church. If you do, then I want to say thank you so much for being that part of us, people of the book. Indeed, we are. How come, in fact, before I bring all of the latest, how come the people not yet placed on a Deacon book? How you not giving the people that time, Steve?
But maybe that thing.
All right. Yeah. So indeed, thank you, Steve. Today is the 26th of November. And for a matter of fact, today is the last Sunday in the 11th month. And yes, indeed, today is the last Sunday. So there are a lot of Liberians, especially those who are Christians, found themselves today in various churches of their worship center where they went today to serve the Almighty Creator. And yes, indeed, so people were in various churches, including me. Myself, I was at the Dupo Baptist Church. Yes, indeed, celebrating all of the goodness that our Almighty God has been doing and continue to do for us as people. So, indeed, Liberia is great. Liberia is good. We are all moving about freely. Everyone is on their way. People are moving about on their normal business or businesses. Everybody, even though today is Sunday, but sometimes Sunday, some people go to work. You and I, right now, we are at work. So indeed, people are moving around free days. Nothing much is going on here in Liberia pertaining to maybe disturbance or so forth. No, Liberia is peaceful. And when it comes to the weather condition here is good. Indeed, it's sunny, even though we are already in the dry season. So yes, indeed, it's sunny right here in Liberia. Apart from waking up this morning with the news, I know that in fact you're going to bring that also into other news coming from Freetown, which of course put fears in most of us as people, even though some people were sleeping this morning when that news broke up, but for us who can sleep, we got to follow up to find out as to what happened around the world. So indeed, waking up this morning to the news coming from Freetown, and I know that you want to mention that in other news, but we are great. We are all fine except for the transition and the inauguration that is pending, which of course Liberians are giving their own views on what happening, and other people are hailing President We are for job well done. In fact, right now, if you see Liberia now, it's like President We are. I don't even know how to even clarify, but people are even hearing day and night. Every church now you go to, people saying yes, thank you, President We are. Thank God for President We are. President We are is good. President We are is there. President We are is that. So these are things that we're hearing in street corners. But indeed, we are good. Liberia is great.
Indeed, we are good. Liberia is great. I can remember this morning I was driving from somewhere. About your time, I think it was 8 or 9. While you were headed, where you were headed to church, we had a chat. We talked on the phone. Yes, for those of you who won't call the police because I was driving and talking in Arizona, you can drive and talk on the phone as long as it's connected to the car. Yeah, you understand? So yeah, call the police. I don't care. I don't worry, but I won't. But look, folks, welcome to this edition of Glendale. Gene, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to be back. Everyone is welcome on SKTV. We are back fully. We took a little break here and there. Tomorrow we'll be announcing that before the announcement, we rest our body. Now we're not resting our body. Now we are back. Tomorrow we're announcing on our page officially that we're back, and we're back into the discourse. You understand? But anyway, folks, let's share the show, please. Really quick, let's get to other news. In other news, very interesting unfoldings in Sierra Leone right next to us. We listened to the interview this morning from Sierra Leone. There was an interview conducted. We have the recordings. I'm not sure. I don't want to preempt or say anything. I don't know if it was an attempted coup or whatever. But the rightful authority would be able to establish that in Sierra Leone. That's very concerning. But on the other end, as Milton said, President George Weah has been hailed for peacefully, willfully, willingly, democratically accepting the results of the elections and congratulating and placing a call to President-elect Joseph Yoma Boakai. That is very, very good. Like I said the other day, that's a good trajectory for our democracy. And so it's really, 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 really good. We applaud that. The coup issue in Sierra Leone or the attempt or what's going on, it's ridiculous. It's the Cree people who say it's preposterous. It's not a good thing to do. However, this I think is the second attempt or the second plan or whatever it is since President Bill was re-elected. That's very concerning, especially for our sister nation Sierra Leone. We do businesses in Sierra Leone back and forth as well. So the peace of Sierra Leone, and tranquility in Sierra Leone directly, benefit us and the people of Sierra Leone because we have relations. We have families, we have connections in Sierra Leone as well. So we keep the people in Sierra Leone in our prayers. We hope peace will reign and that the country will move forward. There were even some business people complaining this morning about the fact that, businesses have been stuck in stores, transactions are not going through because of what happened and because of the current curfew that was announced. There is a curfew in Sierra Leone as we speak. Disturbing. I never thought I would be hearing about curfew, in the 21st century. To be quite honest with you, I'm
Seriously,
disturbed by that. I'm very concerned, and we keep the people of Sierra Leone in our prayers. All we want is peace, and peace in Sierra Leone and our country. So let's move forward here. Other news. There are other developing news. There are other developing news of. Let me give you this really quick. Some of you that are not following, we are following the key. Somebody is reminding me of Amara Connor is reminding me of Senator Darius Dillon. The Senator Amara Connor, he's reminding me of Senator Darius Dillon. Writing on Facebook. But that's really, really good. Let's read a quick post from Amara Connor this morning. Let's read a quick post. I think there are two of them. The first one, quickly because we're following other news here. Just completed Fajr prayer. Be prepared to climb from peak to peak, like mountain climbers. Our careers, businesses, or even political parties go through peaks and valleys. Winning is not something. That's an interesting phrase. Winning is not something. It is an all-time thing. May God make all of us winners. But let's get to the next post here. The fight for who succeeds President Weah in 2029 was a major drive of the CDC's defeat, underpinned by the silent coup in leadership, the money interests, deception about voodoo polling numbers and fake war room. It was all transactional. Okay, that's very interesting. A sneak peek in what probably would have happened within the CDC. SKTV, for the record, was one of the very first people that predicted that the fall of CDC can never be from an opposition. It had to have been from within CDC. These things are being confirmed. We'll discuss them briefly as we move on forward. We predicted a long time ago that CDC fall will come from within because the way CDC was formed, it was practically impossible to have the opposition infiltrate. You had to have had an inside job being done to ensure that CDC is undermined and get them to where they are today. But that's in other news. In other news, also, there's small talking of from within the Unity Party of some people not happy that they were not named on the transition team. Some people are not also happy about Amara Connor, quote unquote, stealing the show. Some people not happy. But again, this is politics, right? This is what happens. Winning is one thing, governing is another thing. When you win, you must transition into governing. And so we look forward to the party to, we look forward to the party to transition and to govern the country. But there's been a lot of small bickering, talking, and some people reaching out and saying, yo, manage expectation. So manage expectation has been one of the biggest words discovered within post-presidential election in our country. So manage expectation. We tell our own what it means today. When they say manage expectation, we tell you exactly what it means. That being said, we are also following developing stories on other people. Very, very soon, someone will be back in the spotlight. We're not called a name yet because we were told not to move in that direction. But remember, we are saying that someone will move back into the spotlight, and this person will contradict themselves. They will eat the word. Again, this person will contradict themselves. They will eat the word. That being said, let's share the show. We'll take 1 minute of musical break quickly, and we'll be right back in a jiffy to get in the conversation here. We'll also tell you what the Unity Party has in store as an incoming government, because we have started the process of showing light on a Unity Party-led government. And we're not going to stop. That's what we know.
You don't even know my story. You don't even know your story, oh yeah. Oh yeah, you know, on the beat, Avia Loca. So moral. You post your new car on Facebook. But that's so la la. You working better. Loving and acting jealous, say you photo. My advice for you, in my way, I got to confess. Confession. You gotta confess. You must stop the impression. Enjoyment. God your blessing. Enjoyment. No more stressing. Enjoyment. God your blessing. Enjoyment. No more stressing.
It's never be another man trash, just another man treasure. Another man fool was another man poison. Got your good, according to your measurement. Got your good, according to your measurement. The player ain't garish, and they play you for it. Just because of impression. Impression, fake impression. Impression, yeah. You don't even know my story. Or you want to share my glory, oh yeah. Everywhere you my way, oh way, oh Zangale. Everywhere you my way, oh Zangale. Every touch you my way, oh way, oh.
Enjoyment, God your blessing. Enjoyment, no more stressing. Enjoyment, God your blessing. Enjoyment, no more stressing. Jeje, the hammer you driving nothing to keke. This a ballin'. The thing that we talking, they must stay right here. Stop spoiling my knee. I'm living my life, oh. See, I'm living my life, oh. If you pay you, oh.
I beg you, yeah, that's small things I was doing behind it. Let me check. Folks, welcome to the show. Welcome to this edition. Just before we get to the Unity Party, managing expectations. What that really means is a very, very big word. Or there are two big words. We want to know what it really means. So we try to get into it. managing expectation for our woman and our papi, then we want to let them know what it really, really means. We want to talk in the simplest form or term so that they can know. But then we'll also compare and contrast this managing expectation to, because this managing expectation thing, there are different ways you can look at it, So in this context, what does it really mean? Or in the way we look at it, what does it mean? But before we get to the managing expectation, something strange or something weird, that we have to compare really quick. In 2017, 2016, the CDC presented a manifesto. Now, let me break it down for our people back home, or for our people that are listening on the radio, some of them who might not really know what the political terms mean, right? Especially some of our papi and woman, they not know all the political terms. It means the thing what the party will do for the Liberian people. The thing what the political party then want to take power, what the president then want to take power, the thing what it will do, that they can call manifesto in politics. So anytime you hear manifesto, it means the thing that what they come and do when they take power, when you vote for them, the thing what it will do for the thing what it will do to benefit the country, that what it means. So in 2016, 2017, CDC, who stay in power now, but in January 22nd, they will not be in power again after January 22nd. That day, after that day, from the 23rd now, then that the time will get Joseph Boaga in power. But for now, let's look at the thing what CDC said they were coming to do for all. In 6 years, the thing what they will do for all. So CDC in the manifesto, CDC had four pillars. I really don't know how these things came about, but they have 4 pillars, right? In pillar number 1, what CDC said they will do for our people. They presented the manifesto in 2017. In pillar number 1, they say power to the people. And what they say to us in pillar number 1, power to the people. What that mean? It means they were going to give our education, they were going to give our training, they were going to give our health, they were going to give us sanitation, they were going to give us gender equality, they were going to give us youth orientation and empowerment, and physically challenged and senior citizen. Yeah, all the good things what they say. So from 2018, since CDC take over, the question is, what kind of training any bro? What kind of education any bro? What kind of health care they need bro? Sanitation that it will looking at money looking dirty like that. That it will talking. So when you look at it for 2, in the whole pillar 1, they said they were going to do youth orientation. The youth orientation said what they did. We can only see our men passing around shouting away to Amanda, 50-year-old, and say the youth, they get bobber on their body passing around. The Zogo number increase that they wanted what we see in pillar number 1. So to be very honest, the whole pillar number 1, that was also Vlad and our sweet talk. That was make it with Moon CDC for pillar number 1. Let's kind of pillar number 2, let's look at it. Because they know that they cannot easy. Pillar number 2, CDC said they will create job and they will face the economy. You're lazy, oh God. Nobody can laugh. So they just read all the BBT they hear, all the fan body. So Vlad. Let Melbourne order, they say they will make the economy something, but Melbourne said that you get data in your phone.
Not if
No, when you look at it for 2, Melbourne can even see leg. Melbourne get data, you don't know what's going on.
But my father now will be rescued. They don't think.
No.
Yeah,
they play the thing.
Yeah, I know. Well,
yeah, we gotta pull it, the play the thing started.
No, that's true, you're right. Yeah.
Hey, the Liberian people gotta know how the thing started. The first group of people that can talk good thing, right? So pillar number 1, the one Eugenia say we throw away. That's scam. Pillar
Yes.
number 2, they say they will bring sustainable economic growth, agriculture and forestry, infrastructure development. What that means is they will make agriculture, those who can make farm, they will make sure the people who can make farm, they will get things to be able to make farm. Those who can do the economy business, they will make sure the economy is good. My people, the agriculture ministry, the agriculture people there, corruption was behind them. Big corruption behind them. And yeah, big corruption. It came behind agriculture. That's no scam. The economic stability that they're talking about, we only almost 2 billion. As we speak now, the World Bank say we can borrow no money. And you can hear them talking on some talking say the World Bank say and the World Bank report, and we are quoting the World Bank and per this other report. And you can hear the World Bank say that's all blah. Yeah, we can borrow 5 cents. We can go credit again as a country. So that is there. So some lie in that development, yeah, that development part they lie big time. They lie to us. They lie. And I hear they can say, oh, they mismanage, manage expectation. And I hear for that. And I hear for that people. They lie. Samuel 12 they lie, yeah. They made a whole economy look funny and the town looking funny right now. I make it. If you say the thing what I'm saying a lie, and are just trying to bomb off the government, the CDC-led government, then look at your life. No, see your life. See your life. See your life. See your life right now, see your life. How about you used to on Sunday where you can cook Google food? Before 2018, how much you used to cook Google food? Some of you used to use 10 around. That time they want to marry. How much you used to use?
That's you, Mandela.
$2.50 buying a day so make it happen.
Mama will go rescue. Did that thing.
No, we rescue Benny. We come into those people.
Yeah, man. What are we feeling now?
No,
yeah, actually.
No. We gotta get it.
People lie to us. Yes, indeed, you are correct. People lie to us. So is that for the PD? That for the I know for the PD that they really for so.
That the P, my man, PD, whatever PD.
All the one I get all the P is that where you really from.
My man, the P fly.
That's good. So you are listening though, because we're talking about the outgoing government, all the promises and everything that they've been saying to you. And what you're talking about, though,
we coming to our people on time. We not rushing it here. Right now, on CDC, I can see Unity Party partisan writing here. Oh, you are patriot, you love the nation. Where we moving small. In French, you know how the French people can say it. The French people can say doucement. We moving doucement.
You will make it one of the people dig on board. You.
Man, leave that dig on board thing. We're moving towards the ruling party now. Doucement. The outgoing party that then we're discussing. When friend men tell you doucement, it means easy. Easy. Anyway, let's move on, right? So the latter in Pedro 2 again, and now we move from in power.
And they voted against them.
The one we voted against them, they can't do nothing. They will say and they will cry, they will say anything. We don't even worry about them. We don't worry about them. They will leave by fire by force. Anyway, let's move forward. So in Pedro, on 4 Pedro CDC high. Now get any credit on that one. On the third Pedro, CDC say the third Pedro, the core is sustaining the peace. Let's see. There be warriors sustaining the peace. I will get CDC credit to some extent.
But let's go on the 8, eh?
No, let's go on the 8. They did that thing. We get into the quick focus. We're getting into what they were going to do to sustain the peace. I will get President George Weah for this election for ensuring he then power over smoothly with all noise. I will give him the credit and CDC the credit for sustaining the peace. I will do that one. But on the other one, what they talk about human rights, justice, reconciliation, security, national defense. No, they don't do good in that department. No, be honest. Mr. Kane, welcome to the show. What's going on?
Thank you. Nothing. I'm just here watching and smiling.
How did man just enter like that?
Yeah, I've been here. I've been working behind the scene. Steve knows that.
Yeah, he and I spoke
I've been in the back trying to take care of some security stuff. You know, people being trying by all means to take us off, to take us down.
Oh, yeah, I see why. Thank you, sir, for it, because on the other page, in fact, I'm not even seeing anything. I don't know how come.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Yeah. So on pillar 3, just before Mr. Kane introduce himself, they're not too good.
I mean, I need no introduction. I'm enjoying it.
So pillar 1, pillar 2.
Yeah, I don't want to spend it all in my own country.
Let me get small for the regular market people. Pillar 1, they fail.
Pillar 1 part they fly. They not only fail but they fly.
Okay.
Pillar 2 that they fail and they fly again.
Okay, so pillar 3 part.
Pillar 3 on the pillar 3, they want to say sustaining the peace. Because that word sustaining, it means that ongoing something at that time, right? That means they make sure the 10 power over will all yo. That one will get a credit. But the one that not only the sustain the peace, the small one. What they say, human rights, justice, reconciliation, security, national defense, no, they fail in that one. Because if we are talking about human rights for some of the let me quote the incoming rescue godfather in person of PYJ, who said he witnessed the EPS officer was killed as a certain senator. That's what he said. And let me say, so the rescue incoming godfather and senator are quoting him directly here, or I'm paraphrasing him. That is a sign that the security issue were not under control. The issue of justice and human rights were not under control. Our children, our brothers, our sisters, our mothers went to protest, even though Costa and other people told money with the government. They brought hot water truck and they started what they calling our people. You see it? Yes. So the issue of security, it was not what they call. And justice, it was not in line. So they fail in our department. They fail on our one. So that make it, because they fail on our one, we make sure we go against them and they got to leave because they lie.
Okay.
They lie. Musa
I'm going to pay the full.
When now in our security and justice, Musa and the incoming president and the incoming Senate, the incoming president, you could see Sereno Cephas and other people, and they were in court. They falsely accused Alexander Cummings. So they're not justice there. You could see the incoming president testifying. They work with the government at times. They're not justice, right? But also in this justice business, let's be honest. In this justice business that we're talking about, we saw Gifty Lama, Albert Peters, and other people. The president now wait for the security apparatus to do their job. He went in the church. The people can say desecrated. He desecrated the church by putting him off in the people's business and say the people were doing sweet babati in the car. It's a problem. You can do that. So, President, we respect you. We tell you thank you for turning over power the way you turn over power. But there's some error in there where you gossip. You not do too well inside now. Next time when you come back, don't do it again. That if you come back now, we don't know if you come back. We don't know about you. But if you come back,
the message will practice.
If you come back, then you put yourself together. But anyway, let's move to the last one.
Yeah,
let's move to the last one. They won't part of the one say one see again. They can just make my blood to just pour inside me. Yes, look at the one. Pillar 4, governance and transparency. First of all, the two B words when they use governance and transparency, that fly. First of all, they were not transparent. Mr. Kane, we can hear you.
Yeah, somebody asking that what didn't the call Susi Baba thing?
That rule thing.
Oh, no, we can't talk that one on the radio.
Hey, that's why I say they don't answer question to go in. Answer question, answer.
Oh.
Yeah, you ask question.
Okay, just continue.
Exactly. So we'll move on to pillar 4. Governance and transparency. They're not true.
Exactly.
They lie in that one. So in the government transparency, look at what they say: decentralization of institution and system. They're not true. They never decentralize government and institution. They're not true. The government was hand controlled by Tue and other people there. They're not true. They'll be honest. They're not true. The government was micromanaged. They'll be honest. It was not decentralized. So, I mean, when you look at it, they lie in that department. When you move forward, accountability and anti-corruption, that one I ain't got to talk it. Let Melbourne over there. Accountability and anti-corruption. They're not true again. They lie in that department. They lie in that department. There was nothing such as transparency. Look, this is accountability. What kind of transparency? What kind of trouble we see here? They bought them brave. And I make them vote against you and you're leaving. You're taking our country over in December, in January, the 22nd, we're breaking you. Then the power, they say foreign policy and diplomacy. What kind of foreign policy? In your foreign policy, they kick up, they say your diplomat, your chief diplomat, Maswell Kimia, they rejected him here. He can't go back. He can't come here. So that's a shame. Foreign policy and diplomacy, you're going to pay plenty of money to that CNN anchor that used to work with the CNN, used to be an analyst there, Bakary, whatever his name is, from South Carolina. You're going to pay a lot of money to do what they call work for you. It ain't even go nowhere. So scam. In the foreign policy thing, honor your administration. Far people, senior government officials were sanctioned. They were sanctioned. 5 of them. Let me name them again. Prince Johnson made a list. You know, the rescue incoming godfather in person of Prince Yoribe. I know you get your meaning. Johnson was sanctioned. Turn around again in the Senate. Vanny Sherman was sanctioned. Turn around again. Honor President John Weah in his administration. Nathaniel McGill, the senator-elect, was sanctioned. Turn around again. Bill Toy, who is older than John Weah, maybe 2 times, but he calls himself Bagugba Jr. He's a senator not elect. He was sanctioned. And then Serena Seaforth, who could now for the incoming president. Can you imagine that? To tell you, say we in a serious quagmire. Who could now for the incoming president to lie? Who conspired with the incoming president, Joseph Human Boaga, to lie? Why Joseph Human Boaga say he doesn't know how to use WhatsApp? He doesn't know Cummins. I said, we just into total beautiful nonsense. This is total beautiful nonsense. You get one group of liars then leaving the other group.
By the way, are we going for a news bulletin?
Let me check.
Yeah, I don't want to be talking. They just call it there. They will just call it.
The incoming government, because the incoming government una payroll assist. They're not full. CDC una full. The incoming government una assist. Can you imagine? And we're discussing. We get it ready. The incoming government. We get it.
Yeah, but still, while we wait for Melbourne.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Kane.
While we wait for Melbourne to come here to let us know about whether or not we're going to have a news bulletin today, I got some inside scoop about what really transpired, and I want to give you your credit today on SKTV. You consistently say here on SKTV that CDC, the downfall of the CDC is not going to come from the opposition, that the downfall of the CDC is going to come from the CDC. The CDC will self-destroyed. The CDC destruction will come from the CDC.
Yes.
So I got some inside scoop yet last night, but anyway, let's
hear from Melbourne going for the break or we stay here to talk about the pillow there.
That was they enjoying the pillow.
You see that
So this bulletin enjoying the pillow. So
yeah, continue with the pillow.
Okay. So Steve, go ahead with the pillow.
No, but I beg you. No. Before we transition to the incoming government pillow, let's get an inside scoop of what really transpired within the CDC that we predicted long time ago. People cuss us for that on the network. What transpired? What happened?
BB thing happened.
The BB thing, we can take it.
Okay. So first of all, what happened? The whole downfall of the CDC government started with the whole thing you're talking about here. The whole sanction thing you're talking about. There where the CDC got destroyed. How? You remember when McGill, Betrawe, were sanctioned?
Yes.
You remember when Lester Tenney and other guys were coming to Spoon Network every day? They say they're gonna have their own party if Jawia does not remove Maggie.
Most definitely.
You remember the famous saying about how politics makes strange bedfellows?
Yes.
Okay. So there where CDC trouble started. When McGill, you remember that information that we got from the embassy here?
Most definitely.
Embassy here.
Yes.
How they conspire against communists, how some people, McGill's name was mentioned, Serena Sifa's name was mentioned, and one of the judges in Liberia name was mentioned. You remember that?
Yes.
Okay. So when the CDC government official got plugged or got attacked with the sanction, McGill was told to resign. So the McGill group,
the Punky Pan
group,
they call them Punky Pan,
including the CDC chairman,
Moluba
Molu then. They said that the reason why McGill was sanctioned, reason why McGill was told to let him to go, it was because of Samuel Twe and Eugene Nangbe. They felt like McGill was too powerful.
Yep.
McGill was too strong that the president had outsourced his power as president to McGill. So McGill people believe that whatever happened to McGill was masterminded by Samuel Twe, Len Eugene Nangbe, and Jowia Peking, they call Pepsi Yeke. And the current Minister of State for Presidential Affairs. So what happened when McGill got kicked out? Those guys, they didn't see their way to the president anymore. So guess what happened? The other people now say, we are the originator of the CDC. These guys, you know, McGill from party to party. What is his name?
Eugene Nangbe.
Eugene Nangbe from party to party. So they feel like Eugene Nangbe has come to take over their party. That they fought for the party, but Eugene Nangbe came and take over their party. Now Eugene Nangbe has the ear of the government. In fact, Eugene Nangbe, when he left from the Ministry of Information to that of Maritime affair. Maritime is the biggest source of income for Liberia. For some of you who don't know, it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest. The money Maritime can bring in, it could be more than the money that coming through the finance ministry. But taxes people pay in Liberia. So they feel like Magio not only Nangbe, they usually Nangbe now they didn't only take over their party, but also control what the president was doing. So they were so angry about that. But thinking that after the election, they would change things around. But the straw that broke the camel back was the announcement of Eugene Nangbe to be the chairman of the CDC campaign. What I'm telling you right now, it came from one of the ministers, one of the big people that participated in most of the meeting and most of the talking. So, you remember when Eugene Nangbe was appointed and the list appointed by the president, that list was there. Why Jefferson Koji and Molba Molu then went and declared their own list. You remember that? The president called Molba Molu and blasted. Oh, Steve, you how can you free Brazilian Mo out? Brazilian Mo is saying that you didn't send him the link today.
Oh, Mo, my bad. Let me
Yeah, just send it right away.
Mo, sorry. You didn't know what up.
Monzaro. Yeah, man.
You see, they're going. She telling me, when I say he came from one of the big ministers, she said he came from one of the big Buga dancers.
Yeah.
But they turn now one person can dance Buga. I saw JMB picture, the Papa dancing Buga. So, Papa not dance Buga too.
Still say you never read you.
Kind of infested with Buga dancing. When you go there, you got to dance. Yeah, so up to the time, you see, when I say CDC, the instruction came from CDC themselves. Steve said earlier on. Because of all the things what the CDC did to themselves, right? Including taking Mr. Cummings to court that they used Benina Ure to do, right? And Joseph Boagarden. This person confessed to me that because of what happened to Mr. Cummings, and because American people, they were also vested in this election, per their own reporting, that they inserted a lot of observers into this election process, and were all the way to the election commission. You remember we said it here that they have some people there working with NEC, especially data management and understanding what's going on from the international observers. Okay. So the only way they could cheat, the only way they would have cheated, it would have been ballot stuffing. Not through the system. And United Party, the CDC people don't have, United Party people have people in the election commission giving them the information too. So CDCians who were not happy with the way things were going, even though They said they were supporting Weah, but they were not supporting Weah because they were angry, thinking that Weah is not in control. That Samuel Toer and Eugene Nangwe were controlling the president. In fact, they even complained that during the campaign, that those that disagree with them, money that's supposed to go, they are saying that money that's supposed to be going to area of campaigning, that Samuel Toer refused. Either gave minimum or gave nothing to their campaign. I'm telling you now, CDC insider information. You know, we said on SKTV the last time that after the election, we will dig deeper. We will find out what really happened and how it happened. Not only with the CDC, we will find out what went good for the Unity Party. We will tell you. We will tell you. But we got the information. And we will tell you too what went bad for the CPP. We will tell you. Whether CPP will come back and CPP will be CPP, we will let you know. Whether it will not be CPP, we will let you know. We say we're digging deeper, and we are digging deeper, even deeper as I speak to you. A lot happened. There was a lot of political falloff. A lot of people, the fallout was too much. So, Steve, CDC people complain that the money designated for their campaign was not.
So should I say the real sedition? Because let me frame right, the real real supporters, or we can say the typical seditions that didn't want to really cry, because I think most of them they haven't benefit, or in fact they haven't benefited anything. So are you talking about the real sedition, or the people who job maybe because the party won and the job come over?
Okay. So the CDC was destroyed by CDC. You see, the one that never had position, the George Solo, they were still working. Was some of the one in the CDC leadership. They were angry. If we can't get it, if we can't get what we fought for,
let's destroy it.
Let's destroy it. Let everything spoil. We don't care. To the extent where the president himself got fed up. The president didn't want to continue anymore. But those that they consider as strange bedfellows said that Mr. President, we got this. You can win this. Other people trying to fight him to fix it. Other people saying that since they are not the one in control, it shouldn't work. If we can get it, if we're not the one in control, let the whole thing spoil. Mind you, there were some sedition, there are some, who are loyalists.
Thank you. There were, yes, good. There were our coming.
There were people who were loyalists to President Weah, regardless. They were in it. They were all in with all honesty to win it. They too, they didn't know the level of conspiracy theory.
Good.
That was being in play. They wanted to win. They were in it. They fought. Especially some of the ones that are foot soldiers. But the big hands are the ones that destroyed. In fact, the president concession came out of anger, came out of frustration, feel like he was being betrayed. Anyway, Brazilian monk is here. Brazilian monk, welcome. Brazilian monk, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. I'm sorry you've been in the back in the backstage for a minute, but yeah, welcome. I don't know you you see some of these guys, man. They can just kind of look for such little attention. Somebody say, "Oh, you knew all this." Then
Hello?
how would I know all these things? We told you we'll dig deeper after the election.
Yep.
We'll find out what happened. Then you say, I knew all this. How would I know all this, man? I would not say, hey. Come on, man.
Well,
Anyway,
Mr. Tan,
I don't want to be distracted by some of these guys. So, in short, Steve, you transition to your thing, what you were doing.
mhm.
But we have a lot of information and more to come as to what really happened. As a matter of fact, they are saying that Samuel Twe and few others knew exactly that they were not going to win the election. That happened way, especially after the first round. They knew that they were not going to win the election. And what we told you guys about the election being fraudulent, the first round, is 110% truth. When you heard the Unity Party people saying what happened in the first round is not going to happen again, because insiders in the CDC, including people working in the National Elections Commission, gave them the information of what happened, where cheating was possible and where cheating was not possible. And that's saying to say Unity Party sent out 14,000 election observer of blah. I know it came from Amarakone, but information we got, they're not true. All the tally sheet, all the information that the Unity Party received, all those documents from the magistrate offices in the country, around the country, it was through working along with the National Election Commission people, some of whom were seditious, some of whom were Unity Party, some of them were Liberty Party people actually. Some of them had direct connection with Yomli Kanga Lawrence that helped to give them all the information, everything that was going on. Even that day, when CDC had a private meeting and called NEC to say they want to go to court, so they should hold on to the result. One of the NEC person, and that person name and number also have been given to us. The person who called and informed the Unity Party people about what the CDC government was about to do.
And Amarakone wrote it on his page.
Okay. By the time they informed them, then CDC, Unity Party was kind of preemptive to put the information out there to stop them from doing, telling them, say, what you're planning, we already know. What you're planning, we already know. The conspiracy was too much for President Weah. Something I heard yesterday too scared me. After, just mark this word, listen to this keenly. After the rest of the tenure of George Weah, the transition, the actual transition, it's not going to be rosy. Let me tell you the truth. It's not going to be a smooth transition. All the things you're saying are fake. People are angry. People want to retaliate. It may not be true violent. Let me say, it may not be true violent. But there may not be smooth transition. I will stop there so far.
Well,
just to agree with you that you said CDC was going to self-destroy. CDC destruction came from the CDC. And if care is not taken, CDC may not smell power in the near future. They are so destroyed. They are so destroyed. McGill being McGill. McGill accepting the CDC during that election period was just for the purpose of election. Everything Steno Witherspoon was doing to destroy George Weah after McGill was out. McGill was part of it. Even up to the election day. Plenty of politics was played, man. But we'll talk more. I don't want to take over this particular show today, but we have a lot of information that we'll talk about in the coming days.
Well, folks, this is the beauty of SKTV. Well, let me say this, though. Let me say this.
The teasing them first.
Yeah, let me say this because we have read and you've heard a lot of things, right? We want to quickly run over and we'll tell exactly what will happen to the Unity Party. Maybe not today. We'll wait for the inauguration. We'll tell you what will happen to the ruling party. But let's get the incoming ruling party. Let's get to the incoming.
Steve, do you know? Do you know? Steno Witherspoon, Eugene Fangon, they were still working and are still working for McGill?
Yes. Yes.
Everything they were doing to the CDC. Okay. You just think through the rest. We'll talk about the details later on, not today.
But when McGill, they downplay it. On my personal page, I told them McGill.
Even Costa was working for McGill. Still working for McGill. And Costa going to that CDC there. It was all McGill's work. Trying to look like McGill is real now. McGill ready to come. But McGill was very vindictive. He came back dealing with them because McGill feel like it was Samuel Toye and Eugene Nangbe with the help of the guy who is currently the Minister of State and the young man that follow George Weah that does most of his work called Pepsi Yak. Now, I can say for today, Steve.
Well, we'll get to that conversation tomorrow to dig a little deeper.
Deeper.
Wow.
I think that's so cool, man. That's just so good.
But let's get to the incoming party on the pillow. Because CDC had 4 pillows. The incoming party has 6 pillows. I'll just read the headings because we don't have time today. We got to take off from Liberia. We got to hear from Sekou and hear from you and hear from Monk. And then we'll transition into hearing from the Liberian people. If we should lower or manage our expectations. Because the issue of managing expectations comes in different ways. However, when you've promised, especially Joseph Yuma Bwaga being experienced in government, the only thing Joseph Yuma Bwaga has done all through his life is government, to work in government. He hasn't done any other job. So he's experienced to have known and by far be able to predict what would have happened. In fact, he has up until now some of the key economists, based on the depth that we have now, that could have told us Gafuan and what the guy named Amarakone, all of them still work with him. So they should have been able to predict the economic quagmire that is at hand or that is looming. So there is no ambiguity or there is no question about that. But let's get to the pillows, what they say first. CDC has only 4 in 6 years. United Party has 6 in 6 years. So let's read the 6 headlines. United Party 4 pillow. Then they go read plenty on A. But we'll read the plenty thing they read on A at a later date. But just listen to the 4 pillow headline. The 4 pillow 1. Macroeconomic stability and infrastructure development. You're listening, oh. United Party they start with money penny 4. They say they will stabilize the economy. They will do infrastructure. They not say they will do justice. They will do auditing. They will get in the benefit of the doubt. They say they will do macroeconomic stability. So that means the way the World Bank say will not borrow, they're able to take care of that one. But the first part tell them, but I move forward. The second one, the second pillar number 2, they say health, wash, and the environment and climate change. So that means the second thing, people, the healthcare, they say they will focus on healthcare, on Liberian people health. They say that what health they will prioritize. When they finish taking care of our money penny, they will take care of our health. I mean, we'll be healthy in our control. The way I look at it. Anyway, pillar 3. Pillar 3, human capacity development. That means they will develop the Liberian people, especially the young people, they will invest in them to build capacity. That it's too big. The thing in the red on a big and a sweet. But I got a pillar 4. Pillar 4. Then they say now they will talk about the rule of law and governance. Rule of law and governance. That means that it's when they come to talk about justice, they will talk about accountability. They will even discuss all the things and that. Before that, in the beginning, they said they're not worried about all the things. That's what they say later on, pillar 4. Anyway, pillar 5. Let's get pillar 5. Pillar 5. Then they say pillar 5, they will focus on the youth, children, gender, and social issue. So that means the papa and the woman, they say you're on your own. Because you're needing not there. You're on inside. They say you're pillar 5. So you're the old poor that you're complaining you're on your own. You're not in our program right now. We're not looking at y'all. We're not looking at y'all. Y'all who are passing around and say you're equal to my country power, they say you're on your own. And y'all. Let me read it again.
So make it when I'm doing people to come bench.
Let me read it again. Let me read it because my papa there who are realizing that small thing that's scam. So if my papa then vote you on your own. Here's what it say. It says pillar 5, youth, children, and social. So that means the woman and the papa there, you're not seeing some. You're not, but I heard they say that. Let me say it. I'm gonna stop it. What they are doing? The thing what they put right there, I'm ready for them. And then when I go to say, what this will concern me, say, what it concern me? I will read what in there. Me and I know book. The thing where I read, I can read it. I'll read it. That go to pillar 6. So in pillar 6, then they say they will fight against corruption.
What the pillar 6?
Pillar 6, oh. So at least our men say they will tackle corruption, they will fight against corruption. So folks,
when the gang come in,
do that thing, brother. Nobody's stupid. So the people there who they put no, the disabled, the old people there, they say you're not. If in BB English, not again coin, they say you're inconsequential. That means you're not important. You're now we are here. We know what they call you. The people who here are the gender and the youth and the children, and I don't focus on our government are here for. Putting to be doing funny thing. We're not on acting with y'all. We finish telling y'all. So y'all put yourself together. Y'all put yourself together. If you get a children in the United States, you must depend on them. Don't depend on government. If you go sit down somewhere, make your family. Don't bring that in here. We'll focus on the children and the youth. But folks, that's we haven't even gone into on the pillow. They got different bullet points, and we found time to read those bullet points. One by one.
I want to say, I feel
at least let's introduce the pillow first. The different so better one pass away there. If they decide to move, like bro, who supported the government on their own? If you not get pension, you go there. You're not seeing light. That's what I mean. That's just exactly what it means. If you look at it for two, so the pillow set that means vanish him on their Prince Johnson when they retire. They're not seeing some. You see how they set themselves up. Yeah. So that ain't right there. But anyways, folks, let's get to the panelists here. Let's hear from Monk. Monk, what do you make of these 6 pillows? And I will send them to you, Monk. Okay. I'm about to send them to you. What do you make of these 6 pillows? Should we lower our expectation based on what is saying about the Unity Party?
So Steve, why are you doing that? While Monk is speaking,
yes,
if he is he's not on camera, I'm going to share some screen, but I'm going to have to cover the whole screen with different things for it because I don't want certain sensitive information for people to see it.
Most definitely.
Yeah, we'll be because we're going to be playing the information from from the BBC or VOA from Freetown.
Yes.
So yes. So we're going to be playing the audio, but I'm going to be covering your faces a little bit, kind of sharing some screen to bring it to in the system. So I'm not going to display this. I'll do it very quick to to screenshot.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So I'll not display some sensitive information from the source.
Yes.
So Monk, you can go ahead.
Monk, what do you make? What's your take, bro?
Well, first and foremost, welcome to the show again, guys, and to the listening and viewing audience. Another day on SKTV or Kim late, but I'm just going to play my part. You see, I told you from day one I was lowering expectation. And at this stage, I'm not even lowering expectation. There is no expectation for me. I know it won't sit well with Unity Party folks, but if you cannot even come up with a definitive policy or know your plans before taking over. First, if you guys can remember, it was at, and then it went to arrest. You can remember, Steve?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Agriculture, sanitation, or some name they gave it. I tell people all the time, it's easy. An idiot can sit into a basement and read the whole policy document for a party, but it takes a genius to go and pull it to work. So you can call it at, you can call it arrest. Now I think we are going to manpillow.com because if you come from 4 pillows on the CDC to 6 on the Unity Party, it gets a matter of time for us to start selling manpillow. They got from America to call Maglindale because all these things I know it means nothing. One thing I caught today, and someone called me this morning, I even shared with Fickle.
Wait, Mark, I beg you. Wait, I beg you.
Mark Rendell from Minnesota.
Yeah.
For the record, Mark Lindell was also sued for lying.
Mark Lindell is still in court for the election stuff, and he believed he was targeted. The case is still ongoing for defamation, or I think Dominion voting machine and all that stuff. But we are getting there to manpillow.com because CDC came with 4. And Unity Party is coming with 6, so that 2 extra are there. Right. The thing here is, why I caught earlier today, our transition is going on the transition. And people raise this concern from the beginning.
You sent it to me, Monk.
I sent it to you. For the sake of the viewing order, get a short paragraph, less than 2 sentences. I want to read it so people can listen. Because sometimes you can read things, but it take you, when you read for the second or third time, they say when you read something twice, you will see things that you never saw before, or you will get the gist of something. There's why it says in the article from that John Presidential Task Force, it says President-elect Joseph Boaga, in accordance with the executive order, designated Vice President-elect to act as co-chair in his absence, overseeing all affairs of JPTT and conducting meetings. Additionally, Mr. Amos Tua has been appointed to serve as member of the Secretariat, joined by Cooper Kraft and Amara Conning. At this stage, I think I would tell Amara Conning to forgo this seat in Bapolu and just take over the Unity Party, because Jeremiah Kun is indeed your president. It's not Joseph Boakai. What that statement is saying, and we raise this concern, is Joseph Boakai, even during the transitional process, he already dedicated his presidential tax to Jeremiah Kun already.
Yep.
So he's not your president-elect. I told you guys, we said it before, but you guys say, oh, it's politics, you support Cummings and all that stuff. Jeremiah Kun and Prince Johnson going to run Liberia. That's why Joseph Boakai is literally telling you early in this game. So for you who thought that you say you got expectation, they're supposed to come and do this, first of all, they can't even get their own policy or their own agenda set up. Now, the guy who you're supposed to be having high expectation for, the guy with the most experience, he's already dedicated his tax to Jeremiah Kun, including meetings. So it means he will not be there. An unconfirmed report are already coming out that he will be headed back to the United States to do another assessment for that so-called triple bypass surgery. So we'll be looking. It's not confirmed yet.
More, don't spill the beans. That's too
okay.
early. Let's get more meat on the bone first, please.
Okay, we'll leave it saying
just leave it. Just leave it there. We coming there. Yeah.
But I just want to send a message to Liberian people. You keep playing games and you will always get screwed. You got screwed for the past 6 years. You wasted your time because you bought into a myth. You are about to get screwed again for another 6 years, because every time you play games during this electoral process, you will get where you invested into, where you pay for. That's just why it is. Or transition is already happening within a transition. So sorry to break the news. Let's say we should put a little limit on it for now. It's too early, but that is exactly what you are going to get. Because when people were raising these qualms during the election, for you, no, you just cannot think past your feeling. So you wanted to try the experiment again. And this experiment, you will get like you got with the Georgia experiment. You will just keep wasting your time in that country. Nothing will improve. You know, I mean, Steve, sometimes when I sit, right, I keep asking myself, the people who like to vote on sectarian and tribal land, how many people from the Southeast can put their hand up today and tell me, say, oh, we benefited as a result, George, we have 6-year presidency? Or how many people, let's get assume, because from what I know, we say maybe Ellen and Charles Taylor came from Bombing County. Can the people of Bombing County say they combined 18 years, almost 18 years of Charles Taylor and Madam Ellie said it benefited them in any way, shape, or form? No. But you know what? That's the nature of the game. We are in it again. Another 6 years, like you said, if they cannot even be resolute on their own policy, they came from act to arrest. Now they are giving you 6 pillow. You can just say goodbye, my people. I'm not even lowering expectation at this stage, because we are getting to manpayload.com. That's just what it's all about. They will read all the fancy policy. When it comes to implementation and getting the result that you voted for, you just won't get it. And that's the thing I want for people to process, for people to understand that you just took another gamble and it's not going to pay off. We're telling you, we're not sounding like a doomsday prophet. It's just the reality. You choose not to accept. You want to do an emotional thing. And politics is not an emotional game. It's not an emotional game. But I will keep it right here for now. For me, there is no more expectation. I'm not even lowering it, because there is no need to lower something that is not there. I know what's going to happen. We can see it forming already. But I would tell Amara Conan, do the people of Babolu a huge favor, because I don't know about too many people that will be comfortable with Jeremiah Kun being their next president. But that's why it seems like, and I think Amara can help or could help in that department. So he might as well forget that seat and then take over the whole Unity Party and the incoming government. Because if the tax have been dedicated to other people already, then why not? That's just why it is. Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Kun are your new president and vice president, whether you like it or not. I guess the reality. And in time, you will put the pieces together, because the puzzle pieces is already on the table. The only thing that you just cannot see it. But by the time we finish putting all the pieces together, you see the bigger picture, and then it will be too late by then. But that's just it.
Thank you. So, Mom, to your point though, I read it and I understood it the first time I read it. few days ago. But I also listened to President Weah, where he also delegated some of his responsibility to the people he appointed, whether it's D. Maswell Kamia or is who else name was called. I don't have problem with that when it comes to managing the transition. They're like the interactions between the two parties. But the only concern that I have when it comes to Joseph Nima Boakai, part of the communication is that when he said even meetings.
Yes.
Yes, because it's one thing to meet among yourself as a leader, to take decision, to take action, to take control, and send your emissaries, send your people that you delegated to do something on your behalf when you're interacting with other people. But within, you have to be in control from within. You have to be the leader. But to say even meeting and this and that, Jeremiah Kun is literally the president. But that is not a surprise. If Jeremiah Kun is the president-elect, he will be the president. Joseph Boakai, we said it before. Joseph Boakai, no disrespect to him. It's no surprises here. There are no surprises in this whole thing. This is exactly what we expected, and this is exactly what's going to happen. There are other news that we are working on. We are digging deeper. And we'll talk about them. The time is right. But right now, there is no surprise for me when it comes to the position of President-elect Joseph Nima Boakai. Joseph Nima Boakai being led from the get-go, and he's still going to be led, but the people around him. The real fight is going to be over who take control. The fight is not going to be about what Joseph Boakai will do or what he will not do. The fight is going to be about who's going to be in control. In fact, there is a serious concern right now as to who's going to be Joseph Boakai's special aide. Some people are saying that there are some unqualified guys that have suffered for this position. You should make them Joseph Boakai special aid. Somebody that will be washing your clothes and be, shining your shoe. They'll be eating your food and before you eat it. Not a special aid. Any person is not another person.
I want to give him PO.
So there is a fighting over that position right now. I got one of my picking that need being called to serve in that position, but Joseph Boakai Jr., especially his son Joseph Boakai Jr., he doesn't want anybody to get close to that level to the father. Yeah. So it's not easy. It's not easy. And we'll see plenty of things. There are a lot of things that we can see, we can talk about. We'll talk about some of them when we don't talk about it.
Melbourne week, they went Melbourne for like, no, this thing, right?
I mean, we told you that Bronco say they think yeah, small you. But anyway, Mr. Connected.
Yeah, but Steve, let me ask you, the both of you.
Yeah.
You think Joseph Boakai's son is it going to be the new Chucky Taylor, or the new Robert Salif? Which one of them?
Well, let me say this for the record. Let me say this for the record. You know, interestingly, people want to act like they don't know what's going on. But Joseph Human Boaka's son has always been protective of his father. 1, 2. The issue of nepotism has always existed in the cycle of Joseph Human Boaka. And I didn't think at any point he was going to allow this leverage to go away to just bring anybody in or on the inner cycle of the family or his father. No, I don't think so. And the only reason for that is we saw almost all of the meetings that Joseph Boaka went to for negotiations, whether they were good money, crooked money, playing games. He was on there. He was always present. And that's, for me, I saw it as a serious concern. From a nepotistic standpoint, even exposing your children or your son to that level. So the issue of Chucky Taylor, Robert Salif could be another issue. This could be bigger than this. Because the fact that he is even overly protective of his father is concerning. You understand? And with the alarm that Costa raised most recently, we have to take that into consideration also, it makes the situation even worse. And it makes it difficult for them to even be opened to anyone coming in or so forth. I can blame them to some extent, but it's that nepotism, and I think it's wrong. Morg, I don't know what's your take.
Well, for me, I'm not going to go to nepotism, right? Because he's a biological son, so you're going to expect that. I won't say he's going to be the next Chucky Taylor. I don't know him like that. I don't know his personality. But I believe he's going to be more of an oligarch, taking into consideration things we witnessed, some of the meetings he attended, some of the backroom deals, and looking at his father's health condition, he will be more assertive in this government and play a major role, especially in the back. So I would say he would be the next Rawat Salif, even way more than the Rawat Salif, because I leave Rawat Salif's mother in the first term, going to the second term, she was active. People talk about work ethic. They say when I only go to work, she spent nothing less than 12 hours. Even people that were working with her used to complain that she was a workaholic. And looking at Joseph Boaka's health condition, so I expect the son to play a very, very bigger role. So I would say he's going to be the new oligarch in Liberia, because everything concerning transaction, the father, international meetings, whether it's business meeting or political meetings, I guess he will want to be there and listening. He want to be on everything. He want to make sure all hands will be on deck. So I don't see the Chucky Taylor aspect, but I know for sure he will be way more than Rawat Salif, especially with everything happening on the side.
Monk, so you think we'll be seeing Joseph Boaka Jr. traveling with the president when Boaka takes office all over the place and being part of every interactions and discussions for the country?
When do you expect to change? He started it from the campaign season, even growing out to the CPP, and now that he has secured power, what do you expect? Like I said, he's going to be the new oligarch. He's going to be the one in charge of everything. He will be even more than McGill. That's what I'm telling you.
Is he mature enough to steer the affairs of Liberia?
Well, that will be up to the voter to decide, but that's what he's going to do. That's the role he's going to play. Whether he's experienced or not, whether he has the background to execute on a daily basis. But we talk about the risks. You know, the guys they call smart risk assessment. You knew these things were coming, and I will keep saying it. Looking at his father health, looking at the team, the transitional team, you look at the Jeremiah Cone, the Prince Johnson factor. What make you think he would want to be there and make his father to look vulnerable to the vouchers? Because he would be there, he would run the show, and he would be making some tough decisions on behalf of his father, because he got to be protected. He got to protect his father, first and foremost, even though he doesn't have some constitutional duties or responsibility. But as a biological son that is way much younger, and looking at the father's health condition, you can guarantee that 100% that he too will be running the show in terms of protection, business dealing, international travel. He would be there on almost every trip.
But even something that you guys have not even discussed, something that you guys have not even taken into consideration, this could probably also lead to a serious problem, because shooting case Joseph Human Boaka is, God forbid, incapacitated, cannot run the government. Where does he stand? Would he still have that influence over the government? Because mind you, Jeremiah Kun is not from the United Party. Would the United Party still have control of the government if, in case Jeremiah Kun takes over? Are they going to bring new people? Are they even going to allow America to come around the VP slot or the VP seat? Look, this again, like I said, we'll predict exactly what will happen. But this is a serious problem. It's a serious quagmire, and it will be noisy.
It will be noisy because for Joseph Boakai, it's not like the previous Unity Party government. It has some coherence from the transition all the way to governing. But for this team, you can tell already the problems are brewing behind the scene. You got a lot of opposition group within the same transitional government, and I would say the ruling government, there will be ruling government. So you got to expect this thing to happen, whether it's the Prince Johnson factor, whether it's a Jeremiah Kun, whether it's the son. You can expect that, whether it's about job and the transitional team and people bringing their own list to get people on board. But I can tell you, the most definitely, the son will be actively involved. He will be over actively involved based on the father present condition. You can expect that.
So you think that will have a ripple effect, especially from the from the party hierarchies and people who are policy driven. You think that kind of exerting himself to that level will somehow have some ripple effect?
Most definitely.
Yeah, go ahead, Seko. I mean, or Steve.
Most definitely. Not only that will have ripple effect. Not only that will have ripple effect, it could create serious division. It could create serious, let's say, antagonistic moves among themselves. It could even set the stage. It could even set the stage for serious confusion. Now, mind you, this is power business we are talking about, especially proximity to power. And so these are not things to overlook. Look, we saw a similar thing in CDC. The only reason why it was managed, one of the reasons why it was managed, even when Nathaniel McGill was closer to President George Weah, there were some seditions, there were some people who struggled, they were disenchanted. They had this bickering going on. They had this back and forth. Some of them would talk in the throat, some of them would murmur, some of them would give information here. The reasons they were doing some of these things was kind of because they felt as though they were isolated, they were alienated. For example, Lester Tinner, when McGill was there, Lester Tinner, then they didn't see light. They didn't see light. To be quite honest, Lester Tinner, they only shut up later on when McGill left.
And then in the coming days, we'll tell you why about Fatima lost. Yeah, we'll tell you. We already got information too.
You see the scary part about this whole transitional thing and the prospect of Joseph Boakai governance. Whether you're in the political party, there is a line between the political party and then assuming state power. Because when you take power line, it's all about constitutional requirement and responsibility. So even though the party will be there, but you are now a candidate anymore, now you're president-elect of the Republic of Liberia. So the people who are from the party side, they will keep making noise all they want, but they're behind the scene. The people who will run the show are actually people with the constitutional duties and requirement to execute the party's mandate. So I know it won't fly well with people in the party, but that's the most you can go. You can talk all you want at the end of the day. If the son is giving that much of an authority now that the father is in power, you the guy in the party at the party level, except when you're having party meeting, then you can voice your concern. But the Liberian people won't be waiting or expecting to hear from you because you were not the one elected. That's just how the game is played.
Yeah, I think Mark would take few calls from Liberia just to hear from our people, especially in terms of lowering the expectation based on the 6 pillars that were read. Let's hear from them, because I mean this is a realistic thing. You can claim it how you want to claim it. You can get vexed. Well, it's on you. But hey, the facts will show up in due season and in due time. And we'll come back to some of these things we've said here today. That we repeated, that we told the CDC that their problem will come from within. Please, Melbourne, is it possible to take some calls, please?
Steve, Melbourne is muted.
Yes. Melbourne can. Oh, I don't know who. I don't know.
He's muted. He has to mute himself. Okay.
Oh, you're muted. You muted him.
778-339-682. That's the number to call. And let me see. The line will start blinking over. 0778-339-682. Call in to be part of the show to discuss. Hello? Hello? Go ahead.
And I'm doing from my user residency in District 12.
Mm-hmm.
Captain of the National Rescue Team of our incoming President Ambassador User Imam Bondai. I just laugh. Over in studio, you both using your 5 senses. But with the listeners outside here, we are using our common sense. Which is very simple. You people say almost everything about Mr. Ambassador Wakai and Sumi is an assumption. We don't want to make the thing to look as if to say everything people say it is the truth. But I would like to say this: Mr. Walker is not going to allow anybody to run this country for him. Neither Mr. Coon. You already and then when I show you what you put just read, Mr. Walker said he is absent. They may not say why I am present, but you want to make it look as if to say, what if he said this to you? Get all that you look after what it will come.
All right. So okay, so let me go to Brown Tate, one of our regular listeners, and also at all we follow SKTV. Yeah, Chief, go ahead.
So where Baka going now? You say you're absent. Where you going?
What they say, and I try to agree with that, is that when the constitutional power set in January, 15 or
January 22nd, 2024.
Yeah, when our constitutional power set in, most of the other indirect power will fly away. And then it will only rely on the goodwill of the president. Because constitutionally he had a role to play. And he can dedicate those roles to other people if he's comfortable. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Brown Tate. Yeah, no time. Well, yeah, I don't know, but let me just take 1 or 2 more calls cross over because I got to go to the next program right on back to back. 0778-339-682. That's the number to call. Please call in quickly so we can be able to take 1 or 2 calls. Then we'll cross over to our team for parting. We're gonna go. There are another programs right on our back on Truth FM 96.1. So if no calls, then we'll cross over to you, Steve. We gotta go. We have a minute to go.
Yeah, no, but thank you so much. I don't know if anyone has anything to say before we leave. So, folks, thank you so much.
I'm okay. The guy who was just calling that Joe Baka say he absent. Me, I just want to know where Joe Baka going.
Yeah, that's a serious question.
But transition time. And that team for transition team enough for for ruling the country. But where am I going to go during the transition period? Because he wants somebody to serve in his absence. Where are you going?
Well, thank you so much, folks. We look
all
forward.
Right. So thank you so much. Yeah. So Steve, Sekou and Monk, let me say everything. In fact, let me say thank you to all of you, and we will call again on tomorrow by God's grace.
Most definitely. Thank you so much. Have a good time and have a good night. Thanks to the team back there. Thanks to True FM 96.1. Thank you. So, folks, Melbourne, we've left the radio. We'll be here for a couple more minutes. Sekou, I don't know if you wanted to play that. What they call from Sierra Leone, please, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I can do that. Definitely. Let me do it right now.
Yes, I beg you. Let's hear, folks. Let's hear what happened in Sierra Leone really quick, and then we'll.
The capital of Sierra Leone, after unidentified gunmen attempted to gain access to an armory at a military barracks. The government has declared a nationwide curfew. We can speak now to the Minister of Information in Sierra Leone, Cherno Ba. Thank you for joining us. What can you tell us about what happened earlier today?
Thank you, Krupa. So in the early hours of this morning, some unidentified individuals attempted indeed to attack the military armory at Wilberforce. And Wilberforce is a populated community. It's very close to a number of other important installations across the country, including it's close to where the president is currently located. They attempted to gain access. There was a little bit of a security breach, but our gallant security officials have indeed been able to repel them, and they're in the process of restoring full and complete calm across the country. We have declared a nationwide curfew. We're asking our residents, our citizens, to stay indoors, especially because we're in the process of trying to track down the retreating renegades who attempted this illegal activity. While that is happening, we have asked our citizens to stay indoors, and we will issue updates as well during the day on the situation across the country.
So that operation is ongoing. Can I just confirm, have there been any casualties?
None that we can confirm at this minute, but as I said, it's still a fluid situation, but we don't have any confirmation of any casualties at this second.
Can you explain to me whether or not there are suspicions that this was a coup?
Well, I mean, I think the threshold for a military coup is something that the security apparatus will determine. But indeed, it seemed like it was a coordinated attack at a major military installation, and as I said, a very important one at that. So once we are through with investigations and have sufficient information to be able to make a determination on whether this was an attempted coup, we'll make that call.
Are you able to tell us the whereabouts of President Julius Maada Bio?
Absolutely. His Excellency the President is at his lodge this morning. He's at the Presidential Lodge in Freetown, around Hill Station, and he's safe. And as I said, calm is restored, and we're confident that the situation is fully under control.
Calm is restored, but obviously your people will be concerned. You've declared this nationwide curfew. How long do you expect it to last?
I think the release we put out is very clear. The curfew is very tied to an ongoing activity, which is to ensure that we can isolate these individuals and we can isolate these individuals and apprehend them as quickly as possible. By midday today, we'll issue some updates on what the situation is, and as soon as we're confident that we have the key folks, the key assailants under the control of the security forces, we will issue an update and provide additional clarity. For now, it's an indefinite curfew for now, but we'll be issuing periodic updates during the day.
Thank you very much for your time, Minister. That is the Minister of Information in Sierra Leone.
Thank you very much indeed for joining.
The capital of...
Thank you. Well, thank you, Mr. Kane. Well, that's a summary of what happened in Sierra Leone. Monk, what do you say to this before we open the lines here to our people in the U.S. to hear from them? Monk, what do you say? Very troubling.
Well, it's a troubling situation. The most you want to do is to heighten security at the border, because Liberia could be most of the escapee, most intended destination. But one thing I believe, the quagmire that happened in Sierra Leone from the just ended election, it could be a coup stage, look like a prison break. The question is that the lady asked, how often or how long you expect this to keep happening, even if you are to quash this particular uprising, that is provided is an uprising. I mean, what are some of the long-term plans and implications? Because you know it will happen again. When you get a major opposition party in the country saying that they are not going to accept the election result, and they question the president's constitutional authority, you know there will be a lot of disruption in this second term of Madam Bio when it comes to he governing the country. So we will see. They will tell you, say they got curfew and things are under control, but we know politically things are not under control. It's a major problem in Sierra Leone. The only difference is projecting into the future. What do you expect to happen? Because there could be another coup, maybe even bigger than this one, or it was in a coup. Maybe we could guess it, but I don't think it was just an ordinary prison break. There's an attempted coup that was disguised, because when prisoners usually leave prison, they want to escape and blend into the population, right? But this time they're attacking barracks, meaning that they want their arms. So it's a rebellion. It's not just an ordinary prison break. It's a coup disguised as a prison break, and I know they will have more of this coming in the not too distant future. That's just why I'm thinking that from my own analysis, from what I'm observing, is exactly what's going to happen. Okay. There will be more political upheaval and uprising on the second term, because you got almost half of the country, the major opposition, saying that he's an illegitimate president. So you can expect that.
Yeah, most definitely. And unfortunately, that's just that's just the fact of the matter here. That when you have these kind of back and forth and bickering, it can lead to these kind of things. It's very, 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 very disturbing and very concerning. But I'm not sure if Sekou is able to take a few calls before we close the show for today, because we're still running the program for tomorrow. We want to make sure that
the lines are open. Anybody can call, and I will take the call, and we'll hear them.
Yeah, the lines are open, folks. Let's get your input on everything we've talked about today, and then hopefully we can close the show for today and resume tomorrow. Again, like Sekou said, there are a lot of things that happen. My man, be breaking news by that time. When I be breaking news, it'll be more than breaking news. The noise.
So you can keep your calls coming in. We will take your calls and we'll put you through. Let me see if you can pin the numbers too. Let me see if I can pin the numbers.
Yeah, let me see. I think the number already here. That the same number, right?
But yeah, we'll have two numbers. It's okay. I got it.
All right, cool. Thank you.
So you can call 480-862-0783, 480-408.
Somebody will say who is eating.
Come on, man.
I tell you,
the Alfred.
You keen on a show. You keen on a show to watch the show. You can't do
that. Watch my mouth. You want to show the anger break? Still for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, from the local things there, you know that where they go. You something I say.
Yeah, no calls so far. The people on SKTV regular callers also have the numbers on speed out.
Yeah, exactly. I think people are fine. I don't think they're okay.
Yeah,
I don't think they want to actually call, but it's okay. I mean, I think we can call it a day, Steve.
I think they are more worried because you said you got a lot of stuff coming up, and maybe
my man.
And you know what happened? You know what happened to SKTV, right? When they come here, when they expect to get certain information and we come up with this kind of speculation and analysis, they will run back again, but then at the end of the couple of days again, it will be right back. That's why I keep observing with the numbers.
Yep.
When they feel uncomfortable, they will go for a couple of days, but you know what? You cannot have from the truth. Whether you like it or not, they will still come back here again. Well, my people, you come down. It will be okay.
But again, let me say this, man, to our people, especially the guys in Africa, in Liberia. They are doing marvelous work. And something happened, folks. I didn't discuss this thing with you guys.
Mr. Kane, I have to run to get my stuff. Is that okay?
Go get your stuff. But okay, maybe I will talk about it tomorrow, because what I wanted to talk about is like a guy called me from Ghana, and they have their own talk show and social media platforms. So he came across one of our shows. He was so impressed. He's the older guy. I was 63 years old. He was so impressed. He called me and asked if he can partner with SKTV for them to be sharing our show on their platform there. So I told them that this time around, we don't trust anything. We don't trust anybody. If we want to work with you, I'm going to have to discuss it with the team, and then we'll talk about that. But I'm just saying it in public to tell you that everything we don't hear is not for nothing. A lot of people are watching, a lot of people are following. When I look at our data, the insight, I saw majority of our followers, the top on the list, United States, Liberia, then Nigeria, then Ghana. I was shocked. I don't know, those are Liberians or those are other African who are just interested in our. And then China, South Korea, and then Europe, some countries in Europe and Australia. But majority of our followers, you can see they are around United States, Liberia, Nigeria, Ghana, even Sierra Leone and Guinea. Some other strange country that I don't know whether we have Liberians there. But anyway, I just thought I could share those information with you guys. But whatever the case is, we'll be here tomorrow. We'll be here every day. For the most part. We said yesterday we're going to talk about this whole World Economic Crime Code. We're going to discuss about. We're going to bring in some legal scholars, legal practitioners, but we are still working on, and we'll bring them on to discuss legal issues. So we just hit the 2 hours mark, Steve.
Yeah.
Seems like the people are not ready to call today, and which I'm happy about.
I know. I well, folks, I will see you
because I want to leave.
All right, man. We out here.
We'll turn it up, bro.
Yeah, my man. I think we're out. I think since no call, that was a smart thing.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, my man. I'm happy that nobody.
It's scared about too much today.
Yeah,
I didn't talk again. Yeah,
we got a lot of people here watching, but thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys. Man. All right, man. Thank you, my brother. So, folks, thank you. We appreciate your time. Be happy. Don't worry. We have a country called Liberia, and we'll be just fine. Good day. Be blessed.